Right, take your hands out your pockets, lads, please. The reason I ask, first of all, for you lads to take your hands out your pockets, and when you stand up and I ask you to interact, to take your hands out your pockets, is because I know you don't like to. I know you don't like to be told what to do. I don't mean it personally, okay, but I say it because you need to know that when you're in this place, you are told what to do. And if you don't like it, you can tell them to fuck off, but you will not win. Now, whilst that was going on, our lads in the cells were doing what the majority of prisoners will do. But I noticed John and Joe, yeah?
Reese.
Elliot.
Callum
and Luke. Right, do you want to just move this way, please? Look, I'm not digging these out. I'm not trying to embarrass them or show them up. But they were doing exactly what I wanted them to do without actually realising they were doing something. You were talking to each other, yeah? I expect that. I don't expect you to sit here and not say nothing, sit like, right, you know, I've got to sit there and watch the screen, or I've got to sit there and do nothing. In here, you will find something to talk about. Can you tell us what you was talking about, roughly?
He reckons he knew someone that was inside.
Sorry.
Well, my dad...
Come forward, John, sorry.
Yeah, well, my dad's been in prison and that, he's told me about it and that.
Right, first of all, thank you. That takes a lot of courage to say my dad was in prison. But at the same time, it motivates others to ask questions. If you're prepared to answer questions, it gives you something to talk about. It gives you a conversation. In here, you've got to talk about anything and everything. You don't want to shut up, which is like I said at the beginning of the programme. If you get a bird, you want someone like me, who knows how to do prison time. Lads, I saw you, you know, having a conversation between yourself. Do you want to tell us what you were talking about? Just give us an idea.
Talking about someone who come here and he's in prison. Just that Sam must be doing his...
Right, hang on, sorry, come forward. Just come forward over here so we can get you in. So, right, come forward, lads, come forward. Right, sorry, what's your name again? Reese. And?
Elliot.
You're doing it again, Elliot?
What? Hands in your pocket. Oh, damn it.
Right, lads, turn around, come this way. Right, again, just tell us what you were talking about. Just give us an idea of what you were talking about.
And then we're talking about someone who come here who's in prison and that Sam must be doing his nutting.
Would it do your nutting?
Yeah, it was doing my nutting.
How did you feel inside? Did that make you feel really angry?
Nah, it was just...
But do you think...
Sounds keep going over again, it's just getting annoying.
Right. This is why, when you come to these places, you hear that outside your door, and you can't do nothing about it. So you go nothing. How far were you prepared to go with your nuttiness?
If that was me,
yeah.
Just sit there and scream, just tell them to shut up.
Lads, sit up please. If
that was me, I'd just scream.
Sorry, what's your name again? I'm terrible with those. If Reese was banged up with you, and Reese started to get nutty because of the noise outside the cell door, and started to get angry and aggressive, what's your reaction? What would your reaction be?
Chuck the hot water over him. Shut up.
Chuck the hot water. Well, you wouldn't have hot water at that time because you're banged up. You've maybe had some hot water, but you've had a drink of tea or coffee, so you've got no hot water. What else would you do?
Ignore it.
Ignore it. How long for? Say it again.
Tell him to shut up.
Can you just say it a bit louder?
Tell him to shut up.
Or will you say, shut the fuck up, you dickhead, or fucking do you? Maybe. That's more realistic, isn't it? Right, look, can we have a round of applause for our lads, first of all, please? Please, John, go back, thank you. Thank you, John. Please, lads. I just want to say one thing as well. Lads, if you don't want your faces to be seen on the screen, we can blank them out. All right, thank you for that. Thank you. When you were sitting there, and not only watching the clock, someone stand up and tell me what was going on in their mind. Please, anyone. And young ladies, what would you think about? I have a friend, we had a little bit of a disagreement, but the last time I went to the college in Gillingham yesterday, I was there 3 or 4 years ago. Her name is Anne-Marie. She's 36 or 37 now. 19, she stabbed her partner to death due to domestic violence. This is why I'm talking about bad boys who don't want to listen to anybody, who think they know everything. I'm to blame as well. I was one of them. The only thing I didn't do, as I said before, was stab or shoot someone. Yeah, I've hit people with iron bars and baseball bats, and I engaged in a pub with a bottle, opened his head up, because I wanted people to think I'm Jack the Lad. But I was just as scared of the fucking big geezer in the prison as I was of the violence that goes on in there. So can someone please tell me, be honest with us, stand up and let us know what you were thinking. Did you relate what you were thinking to the outside, or did you look at this and think, well, if I was in there, what would really go on in my mind? What would I be thinking about? Would you be thinking about your girlfriend, your wife, your kids, your mates? Can someone stand up and tell us? Just give us a minute, if you want. Peter?
Yeah.
Come forward, please. The floor's yours.
Well, every minute I went by, my head was just thinking, when will it stop?
Sorry, say that again. Your head?
My head was just thinking, when will the noise ever stop?
Okay. And?
I was just wondering, when will they shut up? Why am I in here? What am I doing with my life?
Right, well, hang on, stop. To answer your second question, you're in there because you committed a crime.
Yeah.
You broke the law. You're supposed to be punished. Prison is a form of punishment. How long, or what could you do in here, the door slammed shut, that noise outside your cell, what could you do about it?
Absolutely nothing.
Thank you.
You're
Sit down.
powerless.
Thank you. Sit down. Thank you. Our friends behind us, lads, I do apologise. I didn't ask your name. What's your name?
Alex.
Alex. Charles.
Ryan.
Ryan. Lads, what was going on in your mind while you were actually doing your prison time in the cell with the outside noise of the prison wing going on? What was going through your mind?
Sort of blocked it out, so I don't know, it's just nothing again.
That's okay. It's good answer. Ryan.
Just wanting to sleep. I'm quite tired.
Look, they're good answers. I was thinking of nothing and I want to sleep. When you say you think of nothing, what you're trying to do is blank out the shit that's going on. But you can't blank it out because it's there all the time. Now you girls imagine you've got someone like Anne-Marie who's got a bad boy for a boyfriend, beats the shit out of her not only indoors but outside on the street in front of people because he thinks he's Jack the Lad and he can do what he fucking wants. He ends up dead. And she ends up doing 5 years for manslaughter. Ask yourself, do you want to find a girlfriend that you can run her life? Take the piss out of her, use and abuse her, show her up in front of your friends. And you girls, you've got to say to yourself, what do I want from my life? How do I want to live? What sort of boyfriend do I want? I'm going to show you some things. Kai, can we do the early years, please? I'm going to show you some photos of me as a young boy going through my early years, through my teens, and when I'm getting married. Now, I'm going to give you a warning. You girls and women in the audience, when you see these photos, you're going to go, oh, he's so cute. But what I want you to do is keep your emotions under control, okay? The second picture is the killer, the second one, okay? don't show it yet. Just get the first picture up, Kai, if you can. That's it. Just get that one up. Do it before the other pictures come up. Don't show the other pictures. I don't want to tell. That's it. From beginning. That's it, from beginning. Yep. Lovely. Right, if you just hold it there for a second. I'm going to show you that I was a young lad, the same as you young men and adult men. John, don't get jealous, all right, bruv? Okay. And you girls, as I said, when you see these photos, don't all rush at once. Just stay calm and seated, all right? I'm going to show you a picture of my wife as I was getting married, or just after we got married, we signed the register. Then you're going to see a picture of my wife, myself, and 2 of my 3 children. And I want you to try and imagine what your life is going to be like, whether you be male or female. What do you want, not only from life itself, but from college, and again, when you meet boys. What is it about that boy that's attractive? Stand up, please. Sorry. I did about 20 to 22 years, between 20 and 22 years. Sit down. I apologise as well. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I've got so much to talk about, I get confused. I used to do fraud, which is checkbook and card, deception, used to do social security books, tax discs, logbooks, burglary, breaking into people's houses, breaking into shops, warehouses, TDA. John, stand up please.
Why were you doing all the crimes and that? Like, were you providing for your family, or was it just for drugs? Like you said, you needed to shoot up the speed and that.
Good question. Sit down. Thank you. Why? Because I didn't get an education. I went, fuck it. Are you staff? Yep. Well, fuck you. Right, fuck you, you fucking bitch. Fuck off. Who the fuck do you think you are? You can't tell me fuck all. I know everything. I know it all. Where did it get me? Do you know the only decent thing I ever did was get married? The first time I saw my wife to be, I fell in love. No, it's okay, I love it. She went, ah. I was married for 26 years. Now you've got to ask yourself, why is it that this woman put up with my shit for 26 years? Because she loved me. I don't know why. I mean, you know, I put her through so much shit. I never beat her. I used to break the home up, smash the home up and scream and shout at her in her face. Even when we had kids, and I've got 3 children. My son is 32, my oldest daughter was 24, my youngest daughter was 20. So let's have a look at these pictures, and you can make your own mind up. Please, Kai, the first one. Remember, girls, watch it. Oh God, look, what is going on? I'm going to have a shit. Oh. I was 2.5 there. The reason it was in the paper was because I was born up north, up a place called South Shields, and my dad wanted to move to London to be with my mum. So because we were moving to London from South Shields, it was news. Oh, I've had a shit. That wasn't very nice. Can I ask a question? Do farts have lumps in? Do they? Do farts have lumps in? Do they? No. Oh, I think I've shit myself then. Look, again, this is prison gutter shit. You know, it's all bollocks. Let me point something else out as well. It's a piss pot. Although in most modern prisons you have flushing toilets and running water, there are some prisons that are still living in the dark ages, and you have to share a piss pot with your cellmates. How many floaters do you gather during the day? If not during the day, when you can empty your pot, what about at night? After 8 o'clock, once the screws have banged you up for the rest of the night. How much piss and shit you can end up in there?